we as Novocarbo, maybe a few words about Novocarbo. Our goal is we accelerate the economy's transition to net zero with biochar. So this is what we do. We want to help industry and the economy to bring down or to reach their climate goals, and this we want to do with biochar. There are a lot of things around this, and this is what I will explain to you. So what you can see in this picture, this is our first site, what we built it in Germany, and also part of Germany. It's called the Carbon Removal Park Baltic Sea. We are a small, I would say also a startup still, or want to become a scale up then. But we're an infrastructure, so it takes time always. We are founded in 2017. That's when I started with the company. We are focusing exactly on the biochar carbon removal topic. We are today a team of 25 people, a bit more. And when we started the company, we were figuring out what to do with biochar. What can we do? Because when we started the company, the carbon or the CO2 price at the EU ETS market was at €5. So, but we said if we want to reach the goals of Pyrex, not of Pyrex, this is the machine we have here of. We want to reach the goal of Paris goals from 2015, and this is what Chris showed in the beginning. These graphs. Carbon will get a price, and this was the story why we said, okay, let's start with a company who's focusing on that, because we think biochar can be a great player. And this is what we still believe in, because for biochar, and this is when it's come about the topic today about financing, we believe for biochar nearly everything is in place. We do not have to invent much things. All the things are there. It's in brackets only about scaling now, and this is what we want to do, and what we try as Novocarbo, and we think this is definitely possible. And we got now a new shareholder. Last year was our latest financing round with an infrastructure player like Sven Capital. They're investing in infrastructure, and this shows us that we can go into this direction. But maybe let's explain a few words on what is biochar carbon removal. And Alex already, Chris mentioned it a bit. But what we are doing, with Neustark, you have seen very innovative things, and I'm always very excited to see the things we just do. We just take it from the job Neustark is doing in their big plants. We ask the nature to do it, and it's done by photosynthesis. So the CO, the carbon is stored into the biomass, and this is what you can see on the left side. We use these biomass as input for our process, and this is can come from any type of biomass. It's wood waste, it can be egg waste, or from the food industry. So all these things, this we use as an input, and the pyrolysis process is also nothing new. So people are doing this since over 100 years. We always were producing charcoal, and the pyrolysis process and the machine, what we can see here, it's quite similar to that process we have done it 100 or 150 years before. Of course, there are some more techniques and some more things, and you can modify and steer the process, that you can design a bit your biochar, that it can be used in different use cases. And this is then the business what we are doing, because out of this process we get 3 products. And the first one is green heat. And this is also a very big driver for our whole business case and for our industry, because in Germany at least, and I know in some other countries as well, there is a heat transition, and we need green heat in our grids. We need green heat for production processes, for steam, and all these things. So if we produce biochar at a temperature of 700 degrees, there is definitely some, in brackets, waste heat. And this waste heat can be used because it's 100% green. And this is something what we sell, for example, to the municipalities in their district heating grids. The main product, or where we started, is of course the output, the biochar. This is it's very similar to a charcoal, and this can be used in different applications. So, for example, stored into soil. The farmers can use this as soil amendment because it stores water and can store nutrients. So, and if you bring this biochar back into the soil, then a carbon credit can be issued. And this is the third revenue stream we have, the carbon credits. Of course, these both are very highly interlinked to each other, because only if you can bring the biochar into an application or to a customer, then a carbon credit can be generated. And this is, we say, this is the biggest challenge for our industry, for biochar carbon removal, that we need applications for our biochar. And maybe all of you know, or most of you know, there are long-term offtake contracts for carbon credits, and we get a lot of requests for these things, but we feel not very comfortable to sign these things, because we do not know today if we can sell our biochar to a customer for the next 30 years. And this also needs always to be combined with each other. But we are working on this, and for us, the main driver to scale this will be to bring down the biochar price, because then it's applicable in all applications like soil amendment or other things. So this is what we do. And to give you now, on my last slide, a bit an idea about what we are doing and where we need money or how to scale this business. So you can see it with the pictures a bit. We started on the left side with our first test center or test operation. We also call it still a carbon removal facility, but it was a bit smaller, and we just started there to produce biochar and to develop products based on biochar. So this we started in Rhine. Then we went for our next project is this carbon removal park Baltic Sea, what you have seen in the first picture as well. We did an investment of roughly 9 million there, and we were able to finance this by 70% by bank. So this was a big step for us, and I think also in the biochar removal scene, that's the biggest challenge for all the players, to get the money for these parks if you are a producer. Why could we secure this with the bank? First thing, so we secured an offtake agreement for the heat with the city of Grevesmühlen. In this case, it's in northern Germany. We have not really long term, but we have some offtake agreements for longer years for the biochar. And we got a state guarantee from the state of Mecklenburg-Vorpommern. So bringing these things together, we could secure this bank financing. And this is now the first test center for us. And it's in bracket only 3,200 tons of CDRs which can be produced there, but we are currently in the end of the permission phase and want to start construction. This year is our next case with Bochum, where we just doubled this case from Grevesmühlen. Currently, we are working on the financing. It's an investment of now roughly 12 million. But even this size of parks, we still need to grow it, and we believe it has to grow if we want to fulfill all the demands of carbon credits we need in the future. We have to bring up bigger sites still, and this is where we are looking in. So currently we have our pipeline. We are quite confident that we have 5-10 other projects on a level like this Bochum was presented, but the next parks or the next level, we are working already on this layout, has to come bigger. We need to scale it, and the industry is really looking into this topic now. Also other industries like the steel industry, but then we are in an avoidance topic. They are looking into this, but this is very important, but only due to these bigger industry applications, we can scale these sites. And only by scaling sites, we can gain economies of scale and can bring down the biochar price, which will lead to the effects we need. And this is what we are doing. And then I'm coming to an end.